Women enjoy receiving attention from men, as it gives them a sense of recognition and value. Ignoring a woman, on the other hand, can be perceived as a form of rejection, leading her to question her self-worth. In this video, we'll delve into the psychological aspects of ignoring women and providing insights into how to do it appropriately. We'll also offer some suggestions on how to avoid being ignored unintentionally by the women you're attracted to. But how does this work? Ignoring a woman can evoke a sense of mystery and intrigue, and it all boils down to triggering a woman's natural desire to be wanted and appreciated. Ignoring a woman for too long may result in her losing interest and moving on. Here are 10 psychological reasons why you need to ignore women. Number 1. To create a sense of mystery and intrigue. The psychology of ignoring a woman is rooted in our natural tendency to desire what we can't have. When we can't have something, it creates a sense of mystery and intrigue that makes it more desirable. Ignoring a woman is a way to create the sense of mystery and intrigue. When you ignore a woman, she may start to wonder why you're not interested in her. This can lead to her wanting to find out more about you and what makes you tick. She may start to pay more attention to you, trying to figure out why you're not giving her the attention she desires. It creates a sense of mystery. Ignoring a woman also communicates that you're not an easy catch. When someone's too easy to get, it can make them less desirable. By ignoring a woman, you're indicating that you're not willing to give her your attention to just anyone, and that can be very appealing to women who enjoy the thrill of the chase. It's important to note, however, that ignoring a woman for too long can backfire. If you ignore a woman for too long, she may lose interest in you and move on. That's why it's important to strike the right balance when it comes to ignoring a woman. You want to create a sense of mystery and intrigue without making her feel like you're not interested in her at all. Number 2. You make an effort to seem more desirable to her. Ignoring someone is often seen as rude or disrespectful behavior, but in some cases, it can be a strategic move to increase one's attractiveness. This is especially true in the realm of dating and attraction, where the power dynamic can play a significant role. According to Dr. John Gottman, a renowned psychologist and relationship expert, ignoring your partner can actually have a positive effect in certain situations. It's a way of saying, "You're not my top priority right now," he says. It can be a way of telling someone that they need to work harder to get your attention. Number 3. Playing hard to get. Similarly, social psychologist Dr. Robert Cialdini explains that playing hard to get can be an effective strategy in dating. When something's difficult to obtain, it becomes more desirable, he says. So when a man ignores a woman, it can make him seem more attractive and desirable. One example of this can be seen in a study conducted by researchers at the University of Virginia. In the study, women are shown Facebook profiles of men who had either rated them as attractive or unattractive. The women were more likely to rate the men as desirable when they believed the men had rated them as unattractive, indicating that being ignored or deemed unattractive can actually increase one's attractiveness. It's important to note that there are limits to this strategy, and ignoring someone for too long can have negative consequences. As relationship expert Dr. Margaret Paul explains, if you ignore someone for too long, they will feel rejected and may move on, so it's crucial to find the right balance between showing interest and playing hard to get. Number 4. You're secretly attracted to a woman. There is some truth to the idea that ignoring a woman can make a man more attractive to her. According to psychologists, this can be due to the principle of scarcity. When something's scarce, it becomes more desirable. This principle applies to many areas in life, including romantic relationships. When a man ignores a woman, he's creating a sense of scarcity. He's indicating that he's not easily available, which can make him more attractive to the woman. Psychologist Andrea Bonnier explains, if a guy ignores you, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe he's playing hard to get, or maybe he's just busy. But if he continues to ignore you, it's time to move on. Bonnier emphasizes that ignoring someone's not a healthy way to handle a relationship, but it can work in certain situations. But it's important to note that ignoring someone can also have negative effects. It can make the person feel unwanted or unappreciated, so while playing hard to get can be effective in some cases, it's important to be mindful of the other person's feelings. While ignoring someone can create a sense of scarcity and make a person more attractive, it's important to handle relationships in a healthy and respectful manner. Number 5. You're not interested in her. Ignoring someone to send a message that you're not interested in them can be seen as a form of rejection. It may be uncomfortable and even painful for the person on the receiving end, but it's important to be honest and straightforward in such situations. Psychologists suggest that communication is key to building and maintaining healthy relationships. According to psychologist Dr. Irene S. Levine, ignoring someone is one of the cruelest things you can do to another person. She emphasizes that it's important to be direct and honest about your feelings, even if it's difficult. Furthermore, Dr. Seth Meyers, a clinical psychologist, explains that ignoring someone can lead to negative consequences such as anger, frustration, and resentment. It can also damage trust and make it difficult for the other person to communicate with you in the future. In contrast, being honest and respectful can actually strengthen relationships, even if it means having difficult conversations. Dr. Myers suggests that being clear about your intentions and feelings can help the other person move on and find someone who's a better match for them. Number 6. Being a little mysterious. Being a little mysterious is one of the best ways to ignore a woman. This means you don't have to tell her everything about yourself all the time. In fact, it's often better not to. You give her something to chase by, being a little mysterious. While being a little mysterious can be an effective way to keep a woman interested, it's important not to take it too far. Psychologists suggest that being too mysterious can actually backfire and make you seem unapproachable or even creepy. Instead, it's important to strike a balance between being open and sharing enough about yourself while also leaving some things to the imagination. This can create a sense of intrigue and excitement without leaving the woman feeling confused or uneasy. Number 7. It gives them space, but in the wrong way. Everyone needs space, but when you ignore her, you're gonna give her space, but she's gonna be on your mind. It's important to remember that healthy relationships are built on trust and open communication. If you're constantly being mysterious and holding back important information, it can create trust issues in the relationship. As psychologist Dr. Ali Benazir writes, the key is to keep it playful and lighthearted. Be mysterious, but not misleading. Be intriguing, but not evasive. In short, be yourself, but with a dash of intrigue and mystery. Number 8. You're seriously busy with other things in your life. It's important to understand that when it comes to relationships, communication is key. However, there are times when a person's schedule simply does not allow for communication or interaction. There are times when ignoring someone might be the best course of action. Perhaps you've been seeing someone for a while but don't feel that you're a good match, or maybe you've been communicating but have just hit a dry spell. In these situations, it's perfectly acceptable to prioritize other aspects of your life. Prioritizing your responsibilities shows that you're a responsible and reliable person, which can actually make you more attractive to potential partners. If you can't show up to something because of your busy schedule, that can actually make you more attractive. It's because people who are busy are perceived as having high social status and being in demand. Of course, it is important to make sure that you're not constantly ignoring the person you're interested in. As with anything in life, balance is key. Make an effort to communicate and make time for the person when you can, and be honest about your schedule conflicts when they arise. This can help build trust and understanding in the relationship. Number 9. Limiting your social media activity. Ignoring someone on social media can be a powerful tool. While it might seem like it's a social proof, if you're always on social media, it just shows that you don't have anything to do, but it has a negative side, as it can signal to the person that you're not interested in communicating with them. Ignoring is one way to withhold intimacy, and it can be a form of passive-aggressive behavior in relationships. However, it's important to note that ignoring someone on social media can also have negative consequences, such as causing hurt or confusion. Psychologist Susan Krauss Whitborn advises that if you're going to ignore someone, be clear about your intentions and communicate honestly. It's also worth considering the impact that social media can have on our health. By constantly checking someone's social media activity, we can become preoccupied with their life and feel anxious or jealous. In some cases, it may be healthier to completely remove someone from our social media feeds to avoid these negative emotions. Number 10. Keep the ball in your court. Psychologists suggest that being in control of a situation can make a person feel more confident and assertive. This can be particularly attractive to some women who value these traits in a partner. According to relationship expert Dr. Paulette Sherman, men who take the lead show that they're confident and have a plan. That can be very sexy. However, it's important to note that this approach shouldn't be used to manipulate or control the other person. Ignoring someone or playing games can be harmful to a relationship and can ultimately lead to a breakdown in communication and trust. It's important to communicate openly and honestly with your partner while still maintaining a sense of independence and control over your own life. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Have a good day.